Juliette. Touma is the Communications Director for UNRWA, the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees. She's with us live from Amman in Jordan. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. I'd like to begin talking about the communication because Israel has cut off phone and internet for about 24 hours or so now. What impact has that had on your operations on the ground there?
Significant impact. It came to further complicate what's already a very complex humanitarian operation, even though UNRWA is the largest humanitarian actor on the ground, and we have been responding to the overwhelming needs, including those in 150 shelters, 600,000 at least people who fled their homes and came to our shelters in search of safety.
And this is not the first time Israel has done this. I mean, how have you worked around it before? And can you just explain why this time is different?
Look, I don't know about previous times. What I know is about today. Today, we have only one line of communications with our director, who continues to be in southern Gaza, in Rafah. And this is what we know. And we've just been able to establish some communications with our area offices. These are 5 of them spread across the Gaza Strip, but only just recently and only using sat phones, which is also patchy and not always reliable.
Yeah, of course. I want to talk about the bombardment overnight. We understand that there are many people trapped under the rubble. Obviously, with communications being so patchy, with civil defence, with emergency services as well. I mean, how much of an impact is that on just simply getting people out from under the rubble to medical treatment, to the hospitals that are still operating?
Yeah, we received reports that the bombardments last night were believed to be some of the heaviest since the war started 3 weeks ago. We've lost 53 of our colleagues in Gaza during the war. And until last night, we were not able to check on that situation. But highly likely that we have also lost more colleagues during the bombardments last night.
Our correspondent who's in Gaza was explaining that food is now becoming a huge problem, that people for the first time are going hungry, and that there is widespread starvation in the making. Can you just give us an update on that situation when it comes to food?
Food, water, and fuel, they're being used as weapons of war. And supplies are running out. And meanwhile, the aid trucks are not at all enough. We've called them a drop in the ocean, a drop in the sea of needs. And they're not increasing. And today we did not have a convoy. So it's getting much more complicated, and it won't be surprising that people who have been trapped in a hellhole, the hellhole that Gaza has become, with very dwindling supplies, yes, they are likely to be hungry and frustrated.
Yeah, I know you probably won't have seen this because it's just been happening in the last hour or so, but we have been watching huge rallies around the world, namely in London as well as Istanbul, Baghdad, as well as the US and New Zealand and many other countries. Does that give you a sense of hope that people are taking to the streets in support of Palestine and Palestinian people and what they're going through in Gaza right now?
Look, what's really important is for the world to remember that across the Gaza Strip, there are 2 million people who are just like you and I. I mean, I've been on several occasions over the past year, and people there are very kind. Our teams on the ground are very dedicated, and they are really the glimmer in this darkness as humanity sinks into its darkest hour. So it's very important to remember that Gaza has 2 million people, women, children, elderly, normal men, normal women, doctors, engineers, and it was a very beautiful place.
Thank you so much. We really do appreciate your time. That is Juliette Touma, the Communications Director for the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees. Thanks so much.